Plane mirrors. A plain polished surface capable of reflecting almost all the light falling on it regularly is known as a plane mirror. Reflection of light on a plane surface. A ray of light which falls on the mirror is called the incident ray. The ray which is sent back to the original medium is called the reflected ray. The perpendicular to the reflecting surface at the point of incidence is called the normal. The angle made by the incident ray with the normal at the point of incidence is called the angle of incidence. The angle made by the reflected ray with the normal at the point of incidence is called the angle of reflection. Here, AO is the incident ray. OB is the reflected ray. ON is the normal at the point of incidence. Angle AON is the angle of incidence. Angle BON is the angle of reflection. A plane mirror is a thin, plain glass plate silvered at the back. It is an ideal reflector which can be used to study reflection in plane surfaces. Besides mirrors, other smooth polished surfaces also reflect light. Example, polished floors, tabletops, new stainless steel plates, etc. Laws of reflection. The incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal at the point of incidence lie on the same plane. The angle of incidence is always equal to the angle of reflection. Formation of image by a plane mirror. Look at your own image in a plane mirror. Where is it? It appears to be in the mirror. Mirror is an opaque object and light rays cannot pass through it. But the image you see in a mirror appears to be at a distance inside the mirror as is the object outside it. This image is called a virtual image.
From our previous video, we know what virtual images are. Virtual image is the image which appears to be formed at a position behind the mirror. But in reality, it isn't formed there, as no light rays reach behind the mirror. Now, the image formed by a plane mirror has some properties or characteristics. One of the characteristics is what we've already seen. The image formed by a plane mirror is virtual, or in other words, it's not a real image. The other characteristic of an image formed by a plane mirror is that the image formed is always erect or upright. For instance, if you look at your image in the mirror, you will see that it's straight or erect. But will it always be erect? Not necessarily. Maybe it's inverted. Well, we can think of inverted as opposite of upright. Yes, an inverted image means an upside-down image. Concave mirrors can form inverted images. The plane mirror never forms an inverted image. The third characteristic of an image formed by a plane mirror is that it's of the same size as the object is on the other side of the mirror. For example, if the height of this person is 4 feet, then the image's height will also be 4 feet. And if I bring the plane surface of the circular coin near the plane mirror, then both the coin as well as its image will have the same diameter. The image formed by a plane mirror is not upside down, but it's laterally inverted. What do I mean by this? When we raise our left hand, the image in the mirror raises its right hand. Our left is the image's right, and similarly, our right is the image's left. So an image follows left-right reversal. So we say that an image formed by a plane mirror is laterally inverted. Now we come to our last point. Finally, the image formed is at the same distance from the mirror as the object is. You can verify this observation yourself. All you need is a chessboard and any chess piece, say a king. Keep the plane mirror at the edge of the board as shown. Look at the position of the king as well as its image. Are they both at the same distance from the mirror? Well, you can count the number of squares in front of each. For the object, there are 7 squares in front and the same for its image as well. You can move this king anywhere on the chessboard and find out if its image is always at the same distance from the mirror as the king is. So these were the characteristics of the images formed by a plane mirror. Let's quickly review them. First, the image formed by a plane mirror is virtual and not real. Second, the image formed is always erect or upright. Third, the size of the image formed is the same as the size of the object placed on the other side of the mirror. And lastly, the image formed is at the same distance from the mirror as the object is. In the next video, we will see what ray